What's up, everybody? Welcome to Under the Arc Sports. I'm Eric, and we're here with a special guest to talk a little Cardinal baseball. Zach is the host of his podcast, the Sports Unlimited podcast. Zach, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. My Sports Unlimited podcast covers the NBA and the Major League Baseball on a national level. Obviously, I am from St. Louis and love the Cardinals, so I will emphasize the Cardinals a lot as well. But subscribe to my channel on YouTube. You can also find me on Spotify and iHeartRadio. Brand new podcast. Super excited.
And while you're at it, find us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel too. So, Zach, things seem to change overnight as far as excitement for the fan base and anybody following the Cardinals. I had a video where I had a picture of John Mozeliak with clown makeup on, and 2 days later, Nolan Arenado becomes a Cardinal, and I look like an idiot. So, how has excitement changed as far as you've seen from friends and people following you?
Yeah, so everyone's ecstatic about this move, right? The Cardinals finally got their man. You know, it was like your parents on Christmas saying, sorry, we didn't get you everything that you wanted, and then they pull a PlayStation 5 out of the closet, right? I mean, Arenado makes this team better. The city and Cardinal Nation should be ecstatic for years to come. It's awesome.
Right. So taking a look at the lineup for 2021, UTA guys, we took a look at how we would do our lineup. If you're Mike Schilt, how would you do your lineup?
Yeah, I think I would start off with Tommy Edman. He's shown that he can get on base, that he can make solid contact behind him. I would go Carlson, me personally. I like the idea of two switch hitters back to back. We had that last year. Tommy Edman batting second was a switch hitter, but I like the idea of those two. And then Goldschmidt to follow, Arenado batting cleanup. The fifth spot is important. I would go DeYoung. He'll have more pitches to hit. I'd bat Yachty behind him. Seventh, I'd go O'Neill, and then Bader would round out at the eighth spot. I think that's our best lineup, in my opinion.
Yeah, originally, Goldie and Arenado, it's a coin flip, really. For my lineup, I had O'Neill and Yachty flipped. I had O'Neill 6 and Yachty 7. And I had Edman and Dylan Carlson 1 and 2. My mind, I think, has been changed on this just because while having switch hitters 1 and 2 is really intriguing to me, what that leaves you with is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup, all right-handed bats. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way. So batting Dylan Carlson in the fifth spot would be, I think, a luxury. I think right now the lineup is best suited to players' skills with Carlson in the 2 spot. But if DeYoung can cut down on his strikeouts and maybe raise his batting average, maybe even Tyler O'Neill. That's just a random thought. If either one of those two can get their on-base percentage up enough and cut down on the strikeouts enough to be a 2-hole batter, I'd love to see Dylan Carlson bat fifth, because I think the Cardinals lineup would be filthy with Paul DeYoung batting second, getting all sorts of pitches to hit, with Goldie and Arenado right behind him.
I think Carlson has more power from the left side of the plate too, so that could be good.
Yeah. Now, taking a look at the Cardinals, their starting rotation. David and I had our last video about this, and we feel like Jack Flaherty, Adam Wainwright, Kwang Hyun Kim, and Miles Mikolas are pretty well entrenched as the 4 core guys for the rotation, barring any injuries or anything. So give us a thought on those guys and what you think about that fifth spot.
Yeah, so there are questions, right? How will Wainwright perform? Can he be consistent? Mikolas coming off injury. KK, can he, will he regress? I think those will work themselves out. those guys staying healthy and performing close to, above average would be great. I think the fifth spot is really, in my mind, it's between Reyes and Carlos Martinez. Those two should battle it out in spring training. I would love to see Reyes get that fifth spot if I'm Mike Schilt. Carlos has shown he maybe has trouble staying healthy over the course of a full season as a starter. He's a great weapon out of the pen. I would love to see Alex Reyes take that fifth spot. That would round out the rotation very nicely, I think.
Yeah, went more in depth in this in our pitching staff video. The first three guys, Waino, KK, and Flaherty, I think you know roughly what you're going to get with those three. Miles Michaelis, I'm not on board with. I think he's going to get roughed up. But with that fifth spot, if Alex Reyes is finally looking like he might be able to stay healthy, and if so, I kind of lean toward him as the fifth starter. Yeah. Even though in the last video I said Carlos Martinez, I think my mind has changed on that as well. Just because I don't trust Carlos Martinez to stay healthy, and I even though he's coming up on 30 years old, I still don't trust him to have the mental toughness to not implode once, he gets a call that goes against him or two guys get on base or something. He still just seems to absolutely lose it. It's the same thing as always with him. It's all between the ears with Carlos Martinez.
Yeah. And people forget just a couple of years ago, Alex Reyes was our top prospect in our organization that was going to be our young ace of the future for years to come. I mean, he still has that potential. So it's very interesting to see who might take that fifth spot.
Yeah. Other guys in consideration are Daniel Ponce de Leon and John Gant. I think both are going to get looks, but I think we both agree that it's probably going to come down to Reyes or Martinez. So with this lineup, Goldschmidt and Arenado, I think we know pretty much what to expect out of those two. Give me one guy that you think has to perform for this team to be in contention to win the division and possibly make moves in the playoffs.
Yeah, for me, it's got to be Paul DeJong, right? I mean, he's only 27. This is his fourth season in the league, and if he can cut down on those strikeouts, like you mentioned, him batting second would be probably better than Carlson. And if Paul DeJong can be that third guy, right, that third all-star type of guy, I mean, he can hit 30 home runs, and he's a 250 career hitter. So I think he has that potential to hit for a higher average, cut down the strikeouts. But if DeJong can even get close to Arenado or Goldie type numbers, we're going to be a problem, right? We will easily win our division, I would assume. Paul DeJong is that guy.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals lineup goes to a different level. If Paul DeJong can even get himself to bat 260, really, right. I think it's not that even that high of a bar. So real quick, before we wrap things up, give us your prediction for the 2021 National League Central standings.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals winning the division. I would say the Cubs finish in second behind us, and then the Brewers third, the Reds and the Pirates then round out the last two spots. I think the Cardinals should win, I would say close to 95 games. Maybe I'm a little biased, but we have a pretty good team this year. I think it's very, very capable of exceeding 90 plus wins.
Well, there you guys have it. That is Zach's thoughts. Zach, thank you for coming by UTA. Check him out on his podcast, the Sports Unlimited podcast, on Spotify. Check him out on YouTube, iHeartRadio. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you guys for checking out this video. Hope to see you next time.